Good evening, young gentleman.
Hello.
What is your name and how did you get here?
My name is Diogo. I'm 29 years old, Brazilian, born in Rio de Janeiro, travel agent. And how did I get here? It's a good question. I first came here, came as a traveler. And then I came in 2009 for studies, English studies actually. And then it was when I met David, when I first met David, and then we got good friends and start partnership with cultural trips and things like that.
Okay. Also, you are known for Brazilian largest culture
Agencies.
tourist agencies. Yes.
Yeah, he actually started with my father about 23 years ago, and he's a teacher, and he started taking his classes to museums and forests and stuff like that. And then he started a big business in Rio. Now we're probably leading the market there. I started working with more than 80 schools in Rio de Janeiro. And we basically started just inside Brazil, trips all over the country. For the past 3 years, we started working with Europe as well. So since 2009, I think, and then we coming here every year with many groups going to London, Paris, Prague, all the European capitals actually.
So, how long did you have your company been established for?
Well, at least 23 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, I was very young.
So, a lot of experience, right?
Yeah. I started working when I was 15. Yeah, it's a family business, so
I see.
I started very young.
I see. What are the most interesting culture events you have been visiting, or in terms of Brazilian company?
I don't get exactly the point. Well, the most
No.
interesting.
Okay, I'll explain. What are the most interesting areas which tourists can visit right now?
In Brazil or
Yeah.
Europe in general? Well, in Brazil, I'd say Rio has been the capital for, I don't know, 300 years. And I think we sum up the culture in Brazil. I mean, even the geography, we've got mountains, we've got lagoons, we've got beaches and stuff like that, museums, the European heritage. Rio is just amazing, and we got new places as well. I mean, there's a place in the countryside called Bonito. There are lots of rivers and crystal water. It's just perfect for adventure and ecotourism. We got São Paulo as well. São Paulo is a huge business center. Got the northwest is amazing. All the beaches there, the culture as well, the African, the religions, is very much cultural. And in Europe, it's a really tough question. I mean, you got.
Do you have many places to see and visit?
Such as Estonia, for example. I went to
Exactly.
Estonia and I got really happy. It's an amazing medieval city. London is multicultural, it's a big city, but you've got Prague, you've got Paris, all different, and very close to each other. That's a good thing. You can do 5 different places in 15 days, 10 days. So that's very interesting.
Also, I have heard you have some people, really native ones, which are not speaking modern Portuguese.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, we still got even close to Rio. Even 1.5 hours driving from Rio. We got some tribals there. We speak. We call Guarani or Tupi, indigenous languages. So we still got in Amazon, lots of tribals as well. They don't speak Portuguese at all.
Could could you understand them? Or
Not at all. Not
totally.
at all. Not
Yeah.
at all. I mean, most of the tribes speak Portuguese, but yeah, there are some. Yeah, I can understand. So we have some names in Brazil, a name of places, name of streets, in those dialects, but I can't understand at all. Yeah.
What's the most common name in Brazil?
Pardon?
What's the common name?
Common name?
Yeah.
Silva.
Silva?
Yeah, got loads. Yeah.
I see.
Even the last president, the Lula, we call. He's Lula Silva. Yeah, very common.
I see. Also, you have a tours in Europe. Your preferred city?
My favorite city. Well, I've been living in London for 4 years, so well, I can't scout London, to be honest. I love this city, but well, I find Amsterdam very interesting. Berlin, because of the history of the Second World War, the Cold War. It's very interesting for schools or universities, for example. I find the architecture of Prague is just amazing. I mean, you've got Baroque, you've got neoclassic, Art Nouveau, Art Deco, you've got everything there. Paris is always interesting. Rome, oh my God, Rome, thousands of years of history. So it's basically those main cities. And St. Petersburg as well.
St. Petersburg.
Very interesting. In Russia, yeah. European bars, more European than proper Russian. Yeah. It's a really tough question. I can't define one, but as I've been living here for 4 years, I would say London is my favorite.
I see. Also, what is the most trending in term for tourism? I mean, what tourists want to visit mostly?
Brazilians.
Yeah.
Well, we have a huge Catholic heritage. So Portugal, Spain, and Italy are great destinies, and obviously London and Paris. Central Europe, definitely. Now we start going to Eastern Europe. Well, I mean, because of the socialist stuff, it was quite close in the past. But yeah, definitely the Catholic countries and Paris and England, UK and Europe.
Could you name main differences between Brazil and Europe?
I would say we're quite similar to Italy, for example. I mean, the people. I think the Latin countries are quite similar to Brazil. But obviously, the attitude is quite different. Our country is quite new. But I mean, the way people act is quite similar in those Latin countries in Europe. In a comparison with London, it's quite different. It's quite different. Every time I bring a group here, I have to emphasize that. Oh yeah, be punctual. Because you know the Latin stuff, we're always quite late and stuff like that. The organization, the attitude, the transport. Yeah, there's a huge difference. Huge difference. Even the languages, very different. Very different. I would say, apart those Latin countries, there's a huge gap between Brazil and Eastern and North Scandinavians.
I see. May I ask you a quite direct question? Which girls are better?
Girls are better. That's a toughest question, probably. Well, this is there are nice girls everywhere, I think. I can't answer that straight away. It will take a week for me to analyze everything and answer that question. I'm not really sure.
Diogo, tell me about your company future.
Well, yeah, there are lots of things coming up. Of course, we work with English for students, but now we're getting more specific. We are developing programs for businessmen, for diplomats, and for media professionals, theatre actors. Um, how would I say? Yeah, we have lots of. We organize lots of workshops, seminars, skill trainings for those people. We're getting more specific. We don't want to get really restricted to students. And we open the markets because we can't see anybody doing that in Brazil. And we think that's a really, really, really important way of training. And people are looking for that. And we are really in contact with very good professionals in England. And in England, of course, a reference in education and in internship. So people want to come to England to learn it. We've got BBC, it's a huge reference in Brazil. And the media sector in Brazil is big. And yeah, we want to bring those professionals to England. It's going to be really good for them. Thank you.
Oh, I see. That sounds really great and great future for our company.
I think it's going to be nice.
For us. Yes, thank you anyway.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice evening.
Angie.